This is his first time. What we do is we have a thing called the Southeastern Funny People Search. And most of these guys here tonight were finalists in that search. And if you're out there tonight and you think you're funny or know somebody's funny, just contact us here at the club. We'll make you a star. Or embarrass the shit out of you want, okay? But this, you want to do it, sir? Yes, sir. Your wife's saying, shut the fuck up. She's grabbing your arm. You probably won't have no blood in there later tonight. But this guy, he's a great guy. He was a finalist in last season. He enjoys wrestling, arm wrestling small children and reminiscing with strangers. I don't understand it, but you will in a minute. From Cleveland, Tennessee, he's the rookie. Give it up right now for Mike Inglis.
Yo, what's up? How the hell are you? Yeah. I've been sitting back there watching. Everybody looks happy, and I dig that. I like happy people. I'm a happy person myself. And I think that you have to be happy in life. You have to. There's no way around it. Somebody told me, a good friend of mine told me, that if you really want to be happy as a man, you have to release your inner child. Have you ever heard that? You have to release your inner child. And so I did that. And now little son of a bitch robbed a liquor store over here on Tunnel Boulevard. I didn't know. I did not know that my inner child was a thug. He's from the west side of East Ridge, I guess. So yeah, I'm new at this. This is a new thing for me, the comedy thing. It's been going real good. I've been having a lot of fun with it. But the last time that I was on stage, I walked off stage and this girl starts coming up to me and I see her coming. I think she's going to say something real nice, like great job or good try or something. But she comes up and she's like, are you just now getting into comedy? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, aren't you a little old to be getting into comedy? I was like, aren't you a little ugly to be talking to me? I know I'm no prize, but this was a big one, this girl was. And, I got nothing against big girls, but I don't date big girls anymore. And that's just a financial decision that I made. The last big girl I went out with, we went out for just like 2 weeks, and I spent like $1,700 in groceries, and then like another $200 on Diet Coke. And all I got out of it was half of the striptease, and that's kind of my fault because I did leave halfway through. But, it was going pretty good till she started pulling her panties down, and she's doing this, and she gets her panties down to her knees, and her crotch is still in them. I was like, get the hell out of here. That was not good, man. But, I've never really had a whole lot of luck with the ladies. I was dating this real pretty girl for a while, and she was a beautiful girl, and I thought everything was going great, and I come home from work one day, and she's got all her stuff packed up on the sidewalk there, and she's sitting on the front porch, and I was like, babe, what the hell's going on here? And she said, I'm leaving you because I think you're a pedophile. I was like, well, that's a big word for a 12-year-old. That didn't work out too good for me either, but one of my buddies had it a little bit worse. It's the same thing. He was dating this girl for like a year, and he thought it was going great, and she finds out that he's dyslexic and breaks up with him, right? She finds out he's dyslexic and just dumps his ass, like, not even a fourth. I will tell you something. If that was me, I would have front-handed that bitch so quick. But it upset him real bad. It did. He went out and he threw himself behind a train. I'll let y'all catch up on that one. But I finally figured it all out and I got married. I've been married for almost 5 years now. And thank you. I appreciate that. What's cool to me about being married is that my wife is super hot. I mean, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. And no, there's no joke there. She is. But we're that couple when we go out in public. I see people pointing, and they're like, the hell's she doing with him, you know? He must be hung like a mule. He must have a lot of money. He must have a great car. And I'm going to stop you right there and tell you about my car. My car is, I don't know if you've heard of this, it's called a Rolls Canardly. That son of a bitch rolls down one hill and can hardly get up the next. They don't measure it in horsepower, they measure it in willpower. And I should have known when the salesman popped the hood and said, look at all that space. But anyway. So it's definitely not the car, but I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to marry a hot woman, here's what you need to do. You need to go find you a real beautiful girl with a real bad drinking problem is what you need to do. And it's going to get expensive, it is, but trust me, it's worth it in the long run. But you know, after 5 years, things start getting kind of, you know, start getting, So lately I've been into just trying new sexual positions, you know. I've been trying all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, the burning wheelbarrow, y'all can ask me about that later, and the flying monkey and all that. And it's really starting to annoy my wife, because it's like every time I find one that works real good, I'm like, honey, get in here! See this, look at the camera! This is awesome! Man, I think I'm going to call in sick to work tomorrow. I think it's going to be one of those nights I'm going to have to call in sick tomorrow. And that's rough as a guy, because as a guy it's hard to call in sick to work, right? Because you run out of excuses after a while. You know, you only got 2 grandmas and your dog can only die so many times. See, that's why I wish I was a woman, because if you're a woman, you got the showstopper, right? You got the one that always works. You can call your boss 5 minutes before you ship me like, I have female problems. And that's all she wrote. He doesn't want to hear anymore. You're off. But y'all use that shit for a lot of different things. And I'm not saying it doesn't suck. It probably does. But y'all use that for everything. Like, you don't want to put out any. You're like, sorry, don't have a month. Right? I even heard this girl use it as a defense in her criminal trial. She's like, yes, Your Honor, I did stab him 17 times, and I set him on fire, but it was that time of month, right? On the rag, that time of month. Aunt Flo's coming to town. What else you call it, ladies? Y'all got all kinds of names for it. Yeah. I'll tell you what we call it in my house. We call it blowjob week. That's what we call it in my house. My wife wasn't into that stuff at first, but you know, you got to keep in mind, my wife's from Cleveland. So I figured out real quick, all I had to do was put some ranch dressing down there, and she's been there all day. I know some girls think that, ooh, that's nasty, but remember this, girls, your mouth cannot get pregnant, okay? But I will tell you there's a downside to it, because the only thing worse than your doctor telling you got a yeast infection is your dentist telling you. You don't want to get that news. Alright, that's about my time. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of advice before I go, because I like to help people out, you know. Couple of things just to help you in your lives. Never moon a werewolf. Don't do that. That's bad. Gentlemen, never accept a ride home from a girl named Russell. No matter how much you've had to drink, don't do that. If you need directions to somewhere, you should always ask a guy with one leg, because I guarantee that son of a bitch knows the quickest way to anywhere in town. If a guy with no teeth offers to cook you a steak, you ought to let him, because you know it's going to be tender, right? And this last one is real advice from me to you. It's a kind of a thing I live by. Never be too cool to have a good time. You guys are cool to have a good time. Right?
Keep it going for the rookie, Mikey Dad. Did he do good? I always love to pop somebody's cherry like that, yeah. But we do have shows out here in the grill. We have open mic. In fact, we'll have an open mic next Friday night. So if you're here and want to get kick started, come on out here. Like I said, we'll make you a star. All right, this next guy has been in the Southeastern Funny People Search for the last 2 years, and he's always finished in the top 3. He's from Chickamauga, Georgia. He's from Chickamauga, this guy is. And he is starring next season in his very own reality show called Touched by a Teacher. Would you make welcome my friend Corey R. Forster?
I'll keep it going for fat shit for a little bit, everybody.
You need to go.
Doesn't Wade look like Bruce Valanche fucked the lion from The Wizard of Oz? Anybody want to say that? He's the fattest cokehead I've ever seen in my life. Give it up for him. I've never seen anybody do an 8-ball of cocaine and then go, fuck, is the Jenkins Bud Light still open? I mean, damn, come on now. Come on. I'm up here to tell you guys about a little thing that's troubled me. I got in trouble 2 days ago because I said the C word in public. Yeah, I'm not going to say it right now, but I said it the other day, and there was this lady there. It might have been, you look a lot like you, but this lady goes, you really shouldn't say that, the C word. And I was like, well, I didn't call you one. I just kind of said it organically in the sentence, you know? She goes, I'm just organically. Fish tacos C word. But I said, no, I just said it organically in the sentence. I didn't call you one. She said, I just want to let you know that's a really offensive word. And I said, well, okay, ma'am, let's do a little social experiment. If I yelled out the word faggot right now, who would get offended? And she said, gay people. And I said, well, then you're a cunt. So I said that. And she goes, you know, I wouldn't have sex with you if you were the last person on earth. And I said, lady, if I was the last person on earth, I'd rape you. Duh. Who's there to stop me? Jesus. They're a good crowd. I'd about have to rape somebody now with how fat I'm getting, you know. I'm getting fat and I'm going bald. I have to take a roofie now just to get me to jerk me off, is what really it's coming down to. I'm getting fat, I'm going bald. Luckily they make pills for this though. They do. They make pills for everything. I don't know if you know. They make a pill that will help you stop gambling. I told my mom that. She said, no, they do not. I said, you want to bet, bitch? I'm getting fat, I'm going bald, and I just found out that the pill I'm trying to take for my weight loss causes anal leakage. Now finish that chicken wing and join me on this journey. And my hair loss supplement causes erectile dysfunction. Now ladies, call me crazy. But if I'm shitting on myself and my penis doesn't work, doesn't really matter if I'm skinny and have beautiful locks of hair. I even think fat nowadays. You ever just have a fat thought come in your head for no reason? I was watching a porno, let's call it 2 hours ago, and I'm watching it, and I see this girl going down on this really well-endowed guy, and all I could think of was, you know, I'm pretty sure that I saw where Sonic had a new cheese cone coming out. Fuckers are big. I'm studying porn now. I don't know if anybody's doing this. I'm studying porn, writing a thesis on it. I just recently found out they changed the name of my favorite porn ever. It used to be called MILF porn. Now it's called mature porn. Mature, huh? Because when I see a 45-year-old woman getting fucked by 2 17-year-old Russian boys, I think, that's a mature lady right there. I will put her at the top of the babysitter list immediately. Another one of my favorite. Are you here? What? You were probably the subject of my second favorite porn. And my second favorite porn is called It's Her First Time. Okay, ladies. We're buying that shit, really. You know, I was going to save myself till marriage until you mentioned a clown, a dildo, and $200. Then I was like, where do I find? I don't know if you can tell by my train of thought, but I've been smoking a lot more pot recently, and I have been. You know, they always tell you the negative stuff about pot. They really do. You know, like it makes you paranoid, makes you lazy. Shit, I'm here. You know, I made it. What was the other one? God damn it. Memory loss. Really?